As you can see, folks, there's about 10, 12 people here outside the migration centre.
Mousey, the legend reporter.
Hey, yeah.
Ireland meets the true story. There's the mighty Mousey.
What's the story for 20? How are you, bro? There's fuck all here. There's 24 here last week. Close the borders. Are we done? Are we dotty? There, look. Not many here today. There's only about 10 as you can see. All good, Don. All good. Outside the migration centre at the back of Stephen's Green. What's the story, steady? How are you, bro? Outside the migrant centre at the back of Stephen's Green, Dublin City Centre. Yeah, fair play to them, yeah. Collie's the one set it up. This is on every Wednesday, so people know. We're going to try and make it bigger every week, but we had 24 last week, 10 this week, so it's getting smaller. How are we, Dodgy? Onwards, how are you? Ireland for the Irish, yeah. He was here as well, the Garda. There's your mates 420. Are you freaky? %100% freaky, yeah. You need to do something before it's too late. How are we doing it? There's not many here. How are we dealt? Every TM. Yeah, just so people know, this is going to be happening every Wednesday. So if Emily can get over here and support these people on a Wednesday, 1 o'clock. Should have never let them away with our rights to begin with. Every Graham, 1 minute, how are you? That's the centre there. Hi, bro. Show you the sign here. Caravan blocking the road, huh? What's the story, Paul? Beautiful earth. We're outside the migration centre, the back of Stephen's Green in Dublin. Look at the bins, yeah. It's bleeding disgusting, isn't it? I still can't see the chat, not sure why. I'm not sure, Del. Maybe dodgy. Yeah, beautiful earth, yeah. Been flooding them in for the last couple of years. There's been attacks happening. There's only one there last week in City West. And a 10-year-old child. Gotta get out of the way before I get knocked down with the bus. Nice one, lost and found. How are you? How are you, Barbara? How are you, Jamie? Jamie, it's a protest outside the migrant centre. The back of Stephen's Green. What's up, tuning in from Detroit, Michigan. This is against immigrants rich enough. There was an attack last week on a 10-year-old child. Yeah.
The plan for marching up now on Collins Street is come and gone, I think, to be honest with you folks. Everyone that's watching Mouse Red like the Mouse Red News. As I said, there's been no excuse why there's people not here today. People that's working, have commitments, that's, have priorities, that's looking after children and parents. Sorry, you just dropped up there, sorry, you took the car there, the big car. But, the people out there that's sick and disabled and, carers for other people, we stand here for you today. The likes of the people that's here today, we stand for you. So if you can't make it, don't worry. At the very least, you're at home and you're watching what's going on. Share the feeds that you see, these influencers that's here. Share the protest information that you see online, because, there's four groups of people like ourselves that's going around the country doing what we can like some mouse. Sean here, people here, myself and that, Paul Nolan, the kicker and all the lads that's here. We need more people to step up to the front line, people that have time on their hands. Please come up and join us. Please come up and join us on the front lines, because, as I said, the country's in a very precarious state at the moment. You know what I mean? You have 10-year-old children being raped, and you have women and children being stabbed all over. Women and children being stabbed all over the country, being followed home, and all sorts of degeneracy. And it's like, again, just to make it clear, the lefties won't have anything to chew on. I'm not particularly racist. I don't particularly hate any particular race, just for the record. And the majority of us don't. It's just basically the government is flooded us full of people. There's no fucking borders. There's no checks. Ireland is full. There's too many people here. They're not prioritising their own fucking people. They're housing these people before their own. Like a school teacher contacted me and said, "Be up and blessed." And she says, "You know what, Collie?" She said, the Board of Education is actually contacting all teachers, something that's not being talked about. So I'm getting it out to the lawyers now, and saying to parents, saying to teachers, you prioritise migrant children, which is fucking mental. So Irish children are at home with their parents and forced to get school education.
Sorry, I'm late.
No problem. They get forced to get school education at home because there's no place to put the schools. There's no place to put them in the creches. It's a fucking absolute shit show. And then if you're a Ukrainian or if you're a migrant, you're not getting means tested for the medical card. You're not getting means tested for the HAP scheme. They're exempt from NCT. They're exempt from tax. But if you're Irish, you're part of the season, you know, NCP, you're part of the season, you know, fucking tax.
Okay.
You know, and if you're Irish and you're stuck at home with your parents, which is many teenagers, many people in the 20s and even 30s and even later, stuck at home with their parents in the box room with the house. Like, it's not fair what's happening in this country. Like, you know, I know many homeless people, worked with homeless people over the years. And there's people I know actually, everybody, there's a fellow I know sleeping in a van 8 fucking years, like, and the council won't do anything for him, and he won't go into the hostels, and I understand why he won't go to the hostels. He doesn't take drugs, and he's, you know, the hostels can be crazy. I've been through the hostel system myself, and it's not for your average person, it's not for the faint-hearted person. But you see, I've seen people walking on syringes, sucking on syringes and all sorts of stuff. You see people killing each other over stuff, whatever, you know, and all sorts of madness. But like, it's mad the way the Irish government is running around housing these people that they don't know who the fuck they are. That's on the run for heinous crimes, rape, paedophilia, war crimes even. I've seen people go down to the Talbot symbol, you know, the one finger ISIS and Taliban.
Racist scum.
No.
Look, you bleeding hillbilly.
No, wait, your mother, your sisters, your auntie's attacked by one of these scumbags and you'll say the same thing.
These are people we talk up ahead.
Is he? He's so he deliberately came by. They're one of the lads at the St. David at the same time. That fella's there fucking people before profit. So
People before profit. Awesome boy.
Announcing it in the fields. He's not important. People like him are not important, folks. You know, the majority of people in this country, there was a poll done by, of all people, a pro-government paper, the Sunday Independent. And in that poll, they actually printed this, which is amazing to me. 88% of people think the government is not doing enough against unlimited immigration. Do you know what I mean? So that speaks for itself. You know, you have the likes of these arseholes that's going
Every scan.
calling us racist. It's,
Sure,
you're
Ireland, how are you?
concerned about the safety of women and children in this country. You're a realist. You're someone that's on the ball, you know. And all I'd say to everyone around the country that's on the fence about coming to protest, like if they're being called racist and far right and fascist, you now have the leaders of the country, Micheál Martin, Simon Harris, openly saying that the migration numbers are too big. So after calling those fucking far right and fascists for 3.5 years, now they're far right and fascists. There's no difference between the two. Like, this is what we're saying all along. We're wide awake. Do you know what I mean? We're saying that there's too many people coming in. There's too many people being attacked. They're not being vetted. We see the 2 African men on South Down Street there. 2 sex offenders, both on the run. Both shouldn't have been here. One stabs the other to death. He tries to fly off into Belfast, knowing he can skip across the border, no problem, because we seem to have open borders. Like, the EU is an absolute shit show. We shouldn't be in the EU as far as I'm concerned. And what we need to do, what I'm trying to do in the background, as I said, if anyone wants to come on board, that's good. We'll make a website and stuff like that. I want to get an Irish Exit campaign going, like an official Irish Exit website, and we just primarily focus on just an Irish Exit and get us out of the EU. Like, England left the EU and say that, yeah, the Brexit and stuff like that, they're still getting these degenerates coming across their borders, but that's down to bad government, that's down to Keir Starmer. Do you know what I mean? And it's in the situation what's happening here, it's down to our border not being policed as well, and basically a weak government. These idiots that's in power, Micheál Martin and Simon Harris, and then you have this man in here who's virtual signalling, just for the record as well. Like, in the papers there yesterday, it was announced that they deported 50 people from the country, like 50 people. While, just for the record as well, we'll get on the fields there, lads. TUV Airlines, a South African airline, is actually flying Somalians into Baldonnel Airport. I've seen 3 screenshots of people sending me photographs down to Baldonnel monitoring the airport, and I've seen 3 photographs of TUV Airlines. I googled what airline it was. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know it was an airline, like a passenger airline. And it comes up, it's a South African airline. So if they're flying these people in, on one hand they're saying we're gonna, you know, there's too many people coming in, but you have to fly them in the background. What, like fooling us all, just like the water protest was heavily involved in. This man in here was the man, right? For any that don't know me, call him a Gertrude Creed. During the water protest, which I was heavily involved in, the High Court case named after me, this man was the man that tried to get me in jail in the High Court 16 times. I was in the High Court and facing injunctions, and I breached the injunctions, you know, they made all these stupid rules. But he was the man, Jim O'Callaghan, that tried to get me in jail. Right, what he was saying on Clareburn and prime time later that night after having me in the High Court saying Irish water is a quango and it has to be abolished. So on one hand he's in the fucking court taking the money off the problem, and on the other hand that night he's then criticising the problem, saying it's a quango and it has to go. So we have the same situation here again. He's virtually signaling here at the moment saying we're going to get rid of we're starting to deport people. 50 people is nothing. It's about 500 people fits in the plane. That plane should be stuffed to the hilt full of these people. Like, they're openly admitting now that the 80% of these people are fake economic migrants and they shouldn't fucking be here. So a proper government like the Polish government and Viktor Orban in Hungary, what the Irish government should do is show their fucking backbone, get all these people up that's here illegally, put them in detention centres, yeah, and get them on planes and get them out of here as fast as possible, because they're creating fucking chaos here. And as far as I'm concerned, just for the record, I'm going to call a weekly protest here every Wednesday. We can come to the door of this place, unlike the Dáil, when you announce a protest, the fence is off and you can't get near it. And unlike some of the protests that's being called marching, the Garda members of the Custom House, I disagree with it. Like, it's all well and good getting the optics out there, there's people on, you know, out there in the national
every day,
but we're not getting anywhere. It's direct actions we need to do, strategic actions like blocking Belfast Port. Another thing we want to announce as well in the feeds. I've called the protest 15th of November at 2 p.m. to block Belfast Port. This is where they're all coming from. So it's up to you all. If you just want to come on board, there's going to be a couple of car loads. There's about 80 people I know that's nominate themselves to come up, right? So I'm trying to get in touch with McGregor's staff. I have sent messages for the record to try and see if he can put on the bus to bring us up, right? Because if we get up there and block the buses, that's the end of the shit show. That's the end of the invasion straight away. You know, and I'm saying this years, but the likes of Maliki and stuff like that, they won't support the likes of ourselves and this all the shite police and microphones and all. Anyone's welcome to come to any protest they call them. A lot of people I know when they call protests, anyone's allowed to speak at them, and that's the way it should be. There's a lot of people around the country that are doing great work, Trojan work, a lot of different groups around the country doing great work, and they don't get credit for it. I'm not giving them credit here today. All the groups out there doing the good work in the background, they know who they are, fair play to them for what they're doing, and all the influencers out there that's doing the work, fair fucking play to them, and keep pushing hard. Because, as I said, the country's in a precarious state. We all have to do a bit in this country, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter where you live. You know, if you can't come to the protest in Dublin at Belfast Port, try and do protests in your own local area around the country. You know, if you can't afford train fares, stuff like that, do protest in your own local area. Go to your local department, the government department in your area, in your county, wherever you live. You know, that might be appropriate, connected to the likes of this. You know, even the constituency offices of like people, you know, all over the country. Like Micheál Martin's down in Cork, and Alan Colleague in Cork. People in Cork watching the news. There's the feeds here. I call him used to go to Micheál Martin's constituency offices in Cork, or go to his home, do a peaceful protest at his home. You have the constitutional right to assemble anywhere. So I'm not calling for violence, I don't condone that. I'm just saying, if you want to go to Micheál Martin's home, or any of these TDs, I've been at Roger O'Gorman's home for a record 3 times for peaceful protests. That's all they were, just peaceful protests, just to show to this man that we were against what's going on. And then O'Gorman, you seen what happened to the Green Party, they were decimated in the elections, even though the election was rigged as well. Do you know what I mean?
And he got in on 25 counts.
He got on 25 counts, and then, exactly, yeah. And then last year I was at his department, for the record, England doesn't know me, 4 times into the Department of Immigration, but the numbers are low because of the division and the police and the microphones and all that stuff. That stuff has to go. We shouldn't be tolerating that. We should the people, the follow people like yourself, the other people around the country, the other groups doing social work in the background, and the other influencers, and give them a follow, you know, and stop wasting your time and energy. Like, the time for marching up and down O'Connell Street is gone as far as I'm concerned. Strategic protest, direct actions is the only way forward. Block Belfast Port, come join me. I'm calling on every patriot, every parent around the country, every concerned citizen, every teenager, every person, every pensioner, everybody out there that's able and able-bodied. If you can come to Belfast Port, the 15th of November, 2 o'clock, please come up and join us and block Belfast Port. Now, this isn't, it might be the fight-hearted, like some of us are going to physically block these buses, that's what it's going to have, that's what we're going to have to do. So I am going to block these buses, whether I use my car or whether I stand in front of them, that's what has to be done. You know, now, I don't, to be honest with you, straight up, like I'm being arrested 4 times last year, these protests, I got my arm broken 3 times. They tried to throw me down the lift shaft on the 6th floor of the CCJ there just in December, and they tried to kill me. 20 coppers tried to kill me in the CCJ courts. 5 took turns nail on my neck, broke my ribs, perforated my liver, left me with 33 bruises. One of the guard hit me on the leg twice. I have all the injuries photographed. This is all going to come in the High Court case when it gets to the media. Like, the media should be all over what's happening to me, people like me, and other people that's being persecuted. I'd just like to remind people, Paul Nolan's case is up in the CCJ, what is it?
Friday.
Friday, yeah. Paul Nolan's case up in the CCJ Court 8 on Friday. I think it's at 10:30 a.m.
I think so, yeah.
So everyone that's free out there, gives Paul Nolan support, because he's doing Trojan work, him and Take on all the lads, Mousey, everyone that's around, Sean and all, everyone's doing Trojan work in the background. But I'd like to give credit to all them people. Like, you won't get it in some of these protests that's going on, you know what I mean? Marching from one end of the street to the other. Like in the 26th of April there, John Malloy had a protest called to go to the President's house. And that's where we should be going as well, you know. But you need the right numbers, like. So I went to the protest 26th of April, and Maliki overcalled that protest. You have to question why he did that, like. Why would you overcall the protest? Why would you not bring the crowd, all of the crowd that follows him? I'm calling all them people to start following the likes of myself, and people that's calling proper protests. And we should be coming back to this place here every week. I'm saying it now, I'm going to have a weekly protest here every week at 1 o'clock. And I'm going to call protest to the President's home as well. Whether it's going to be the Smurf's house next week, or if it's 2 weeks time we call it, whether if the Smurf that's there, for the record as well. In the 80s, that man was caught by Emma Stagg with a rent boy in his car, a 13-year-old fucking child. And it was all hushed up and covered up. Just for the record, people you need to know, be politically aware of what's going on in this country, you know. So you have a man up there, and there's rumours going around that his wife is a man, you know what I mean? So it's all going to come out. Maybe they're getting them out of the picture because the heat is on them now, you know what I mean? We're going to put Connolly in. It's not going to be much better for the country. If anything, it's going to be a lot worse for the country. But look, it's up to us to keep the pressure on the system, keep doing a bit for the country, you know. And as I said, I'm calling for all people around the country that's supporting other people, that's wasting their time. Give me a follow. I'm calling direct action protest. This is my 5th time being at this department in the last year. The 22nd of October was the first time. I've been in 3 times this year. The 4th was last Wednesday. This is the 5th time. Last year they've done 4 Department of Migration protests. It's them departments, these places that we should be going to. These are the places that fucking where the heart of the problem lies. You know what I mean? Look at the stroke of a pen. Jim O'Callaghan can just sign us out of the migration pact, and that's it. We're out of this situation. Do you know what I mean? It's over. You know. But it's up to people to get here in big numbers. Like we have big numbers here today. We could effectively close that street, shut the street down, and stop him getting in there. You know what I mean? It's stuff like this that you can. It's up to us all to do your bit. You know what I mean? We can't do it on our own. There's 15 people here, whatever it is. Like if we have 15,000 people here, you can block one end of the street here, one end of the street there, and then stay there indefinitely. And he won't be able to get in and out there to basically, you know, continue this fucking madness. Basically, I'm saying on one hand, we're going to start deportations. There's too many getting in, but they're doing nothing about it. If they were a proper government, they'd deport all these people that's here, put them in detention centres and get rid of them, end of story, and go back to, don't get me wrong, limited migration worked when the people were checked, we knew who they were, they done background checks them, but at the moment it's an absolute shit show. Every time they can hardly on the run around the world knows you can come to Ireland, get a free gaff and get a free welfare, and that has to stop. It's up to us all, it's up to us all. You know, there is people out there support us, it's up to us all to do a bit, as I said, in the country. You know, every hour of the day, I spend 16 hours a day, 7 days a week on the phone, communicate with people all over the country, like around Dundrum, that's still camping now in Dundrum, they're there 485 days, camping on the night outside the night pass. I give credit to Leroy there up in Blessing. We started Blessing with Leroy myself up in Blessing. And there's a couple of other camps around the country I can't think of at the moment. But there's a like Old Castle, another place belonging to Seamus Banty McAneeney. If anyone wants to give me a shout, would like to help me start a camp down there in Old Castle, I'll camp outside that place and stop that from coming an eye pass. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do anything. The sky's the limit what I'll do, you know. And as I said, I was there, the Cooler says no from day one. Blessing says no from day one. Dundalk says no from day one. Ballyoak says no. And I've been at multiple sites. There's no reason why everyone around the country should do the same as I'm doing in Mouse. All the influences here, that's here, you know. But that's all I'd like to say for now, folks. Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro.
Nice one, Jamie. Cheers, Anthony. There again.
I'm going to ask to speak up, Colin, see if he comes out. Same as last week. If he comes out, he comes out. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know what I mean? When you get that and take the optics are brilliant for the people. Some crap, you know, get a chance to ask a few questions.
How are you for the love of Ireland? How are you through Ireland? Oh, he's got great energy, alright, yeah. But I think I can help him with the website. Building a website at the moment myself, so hopefully I can help him out. People need to protest the centre of Killarney on the 1st and the 2nd of December. Yeah, good man, Sean. Now Woody's 420. Check out the website for 20. It's 9eyesmedia.com. We're only starting it up now. How are you, Con? He's a well-spoken bloke, yeah, 100% he is, yeah. That's the problem here, Anthony. There's a lot of groups here, different sort of groups. But they all do this, they all are against the immigration. But there's so many egos that the groups are always fighting against each other. It's stupid, you all should be standing together. And the people were standing together, we probably have hundreds out here today. Oh, definitely, he's around a long time, yeah. We started off, oh jeez, the city centre. The city centre says no. Group as well. We helped Leroy to set up. Now he's looking for another camp to get set up as well, and obviously this website. I'd love to go up and do the press protest after my 8-year-old autistic child. That's alright for the love of Ireland, you know. Take care of your child. Now it's very hard to get out to these places sometimes. Maybe a CST. Thanks for coming in. There's only about 12 people here anyway today. from the Garda. Haven't been down to them in a while, Dale. See, the reason I haven't gone back down is because I don't know, I've been hearing a lot of rumours that the bloke that's down there on hunger strike, that he's security for an iPad centre. And that's why I haven't been down. I don't know how true it is now, but definitely CST, 12's better than none. Shut the borders, 100% shut the border. We don't have any borders here, it's the problem. It's just an open border here from the north, just drive straight down. So a lot of them are coming from the UK, going straight over to Northern Ireland and come back down to the south. I'd say South to Ireland. That's it, wow, for this year. Mr. Bland, cheers, bro. Check out the accents on most of these immigrants, yeah, they sound very London to me. I'm going to be smacked into a bus one of these times. At the moment, seriously, all good. No trolls in yet. As we were saying earlier on, we want more people out here every week. So this is going to be on every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. These speeding buses. That's the building there. The home of affairs and migration. All good here, my friend. Just got back to the shop. I'm lost myself, Sean, when it comes down to shopping. Ever since I lost my car. So I have a prolapse here, so I can't be carrying bags up the bleeding road. So we do shopping every once in 3 weeks, every 3 weeks. We have to ask the neighbours to bring us out. Every Queenie. Same as you, Irish blood. Hope you're well. America's favourite hoarder. Cheers, bro. We're all getting too over this now. Be out here in my Zimmer frame, it will be too early. My Zimmer framing down the road to these protests.
Pray to God.
Get myself a nice mobility scooter.
That was it.
Ah yeah, never too old to stop this rot. So most of these people are fairly old. Nice and clean, nice for coming in. Back low. Alright, I would. Cheeseburgers. Heavy Irish mate. As long as you were bleeding, you're not too old to fight for common sense yet. Cheers, yeah. Definitely not. I'm 47, so I'm still young enough. Same as you, werewolf. Cheers for coming in. Yeah, Peel, yeah. There's only about 12 people here. Last week we had 24 here. So this is going to be a weekly thing. Every Wednesday. Every dreadful. America's favourite hoarder, yeah. So what's happening is if anybody goes to an international protection centre for migrants, takes a photograph of one of them, you can be arrested. And what happened to one of my friends was he got arrested for taking a photograph outside one of these iPad centres and he got 7 months. I think he got 10 months, was brought down to 7. $10 months for taking a photograph out in the street. Cheers, Michael. How are your house? What's the story? It's not so much the numbers, it's more that some folks are turning up to protest, which is great. Yeah, it's good. Guys, what's the story, bro? Frank's here, Paul. Paddy Frank. Every Denny's can be all shows some support for Paul Nolan. Yeah, I'll see what I can do for 20. I hope we can make it in. As everybody knows, I'm out of work for the last 2 years and the social welfare cut me off, so I don't have any money coming in. But there's Mr. Number One. Mr. Number One off TikTok. Just keep on watching, Queenie. That's all you have to do. Keep on watching, support me that way. Every Thomas, you buy my book, Queenie. You buy my book. The women often get the back end of the sticks here, so they know it's true. Yeah, the women are the fighting Irish, to tell you the truth. The women do more for this movement than the men. That's just a mother's instinct, isn't it? Take care of that child. Change an appointment and going to, I'll bell you Thursday, you know, and collect you. Cheers for 20, yeah, nice one, bro. You can get the time off, let us know, yeah. show all senior strength numbers. It's not right what's happening. It's definitely not right community now. And we have our own homeless people here. Sort them out first. About 1,000 of them are kids. Cheers 420. Whoever's in the comments that hasn't, that's my second account there. Trigger Podcast Ireland. Oh, that's the Buy Me a Coffee. Sorry 420. I thought that was the Trigger Podcast. Sorry. Mr. Number One, huh? Alright. Yeah, it looks like kind of a quiet one today, isn't it? Cheers, America favourite order, yeah, cheers. Step back, see, focus on 100% on something else. That's it, Paul. Sometimes you do have to take care of your nears and dears. I don't know if people know in the comments here, but I take care of my ma since my dad died 3 years ago. We make sure she has all that kind of stuff. And I still run out here every day as well. Try to get out and show support to these people. London Kane, cheers bro. How are you about? What's the story? There's not many people here today. There's about 12. There was 24 here last week. We're going to do this every Wednesday. The love of Ireland. Cheers. Thanks very much. Go ahead, yeah. But you will never stop needing one else. Yeah, 100%. She's definitely lost without me there. I think my mum started walking when she was 12 years old, so obviously she wasn't in the school for long either. So when it comes down to all, you have to sign up online. She hasn't got a bleeding notion. She can't even use her phone, never mind bleeding internet. Just more numbers, field. More numbers be great. We had 24 here last week. And that looks like it's half the numbers this week. Seen that video of him in City West getting battered. Go over and see if he wants to talk about it. Did they batter you in City West? They batter you, yeah?
Too much.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
I'm going hospital for a possible demonstration for City West.
Oh yeah.
No,
What's your name, sir?
Mr.
Mr. Number One.
Yeah, Mr. Number One.
Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchie, yeah, but his name on TikTok is Mr. Number One. Yeah. Scumbags, aren't they, anyway? It's about migration, Neil. It's the Affairs and Migration Centre. At the back of Stephen's Green. He was squealing, was he? That's the way we felt after that pepper spray that night, Boots. It wasn't in my eyes. It was on me bleeding. Oh, stop. So what happened, I don't know if I told you, Boots, but what happened was I was going home bursting for the piss. I had to go into a bush and have a piss. And then I got a lift home. This is after I got pepper sprayed. So when I got home, then I was talking to Giddy on the phone, on video call. I kept on saying, "Jeez, man, I have to leg it." "Boy, what's the story?" "Oh, man, my balls were on fire. Literally, your whole bleeding trousers little." Yeah, nice and broke. Ah, Bruce, Jesus, I think that on the eyes was much better. I would have been faded on the eyes again. I'll tell you, Bruce, I stood there beside the fan with an ice cube stuck to my balls. I stood there at the fan letting it blow me. I was saying, I hope nobody fucking looks through that bleeding window. I think I'm a bleeding nutter. Let's see if your man's going to come out and speak, is he?
Oh, yeah, and they close the borders. That's the whole reason we're there, just so you know. It's not personal against you, you just have to do your job, whatever. Yeah. But if we can speak to him, at the end of the day, responsibility falls on his shoulders to opposite the migration pact. You know what I mean? And close the borders. That's all. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I'll find out if he's here. I don't know about that. I'll find out.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
If he's not here, right, and you see him, whatever you see, you're going to see him come up every day. You can tell him that they're going to call weekly protests here every single week, every Wednesday. And if it doesn't work, we're going to call them every single day on the opposite of the migration pact. He comes out and speaks to me right now. He knows me. We didn't call him against him. Okay? During the water protests, I was in the High Court 16 times with Jim O'Callaghan with the barrister for Irish water, right? Trying to get me in jail. But here's the funny thing. Later on that night at prime time when Claire Bowen showed, he was saying Irish water is a crime vote. It should be abolished. During the day, he's trying to get me done put in jail. So here I am again today. He's doing the same carry on. Pull him on it this way I'm here. He's virtue signaling the media saying, you know, there's too many people coming in. Simon Harris has come out and saying, Neil Marks come out and saying the same thing. So basically they're foreign fascists and they're calling us all on. We're just bullshit, you know what I mean? We're not racist. We're just here because it's a safety issue. There's too many lunatics getting into the country. We know in South Down Street there was 2 African black men there that stabbed each other to death, both sex offenders that shouldn't have been here. That's the whole reason that draws us here. Not about race. We're not particularly hate against any particular race or record. So you know, you can pass on the message. We're here because Jim O'Callaghan is not doing his job properly. I want to make it official and call for his resignation. If I get to speak to him, that's what I'm going to ask him directly. He should resign because he's not fit for purpose. Because a proper minister would serve his country and serve the people who voted him in. You know, if there's concerns about safety in this country with the amount of women and children being raped, the 10-year-old being raped in City West, the proper minister for migration would just say, right, we'll make a mistake here, close the border, send them back, you know what I mean, and put them in detention centres and get them out of the country. But that's not happening. And what we have is virtue signaling. Like, since the protest we had here last week, Jim has come out in the media and said, you know, we sent home 50 people there. Yesterday came out in the media, we sent home 50 people. What's 50 people considering the amount of people that's coming into the country? There's probably a couple of hundred at least.
Every day
Coming into the country, you know. And then I want to pull them on this as well. The government are actually flying in, are letting an African airliner called TUV Airlines coming into the country in Baldonnel. I've had 3 photographs sent to me from people that's policing, you know, kind of watching in their own time, Baldonnel Airport. And I googled what's TUV Airlines, and it comes up as a South African airline, and I was told by people at Complex connected to the government, he says that they're flying in Somalians into the country. And Somalians, just for the record, Somalia has one of the highest ISIS member rates in the whole of the African continent. There's one for you there for football. So the government's deliberately flying in unvetted Somalians that could be members of ISIS, you know. You have people that's been employed with City West hotels raping 10-year-old children, and you know you have women and children being stabbed all over the country. Actually, more than just hundreds of victims raised. It has to stop. So if you could kindly say to Jim O'Callaghan that we will be back here every week until he speaks to us, right? And until he opts out of migration pact and close the borders. And I'm also calling for his resignation. But if he doesn't do that, and a weekly protest is not significant enough, we'll do it daily, every day, and the numbers will draw. You know, they'll get much bigger from here today. You know, last week was the first one. Well, it was actually my 4th time being here, but we're getting publicity, a lot of traction online now. So I'm calling for a lot of people around the country to attend the protest with us. And if we get enough people here, we can close both ends of the streets. And Mr. O'Callaghan won't be getting there here to operate his, you know, his position in government, which he shouldn't be in at the end of the day, because he's not fit for purpose. You know, he's allowing all these scumbags to come into the country. You know, the majority of them are unvetted. The majority of them, you know, seem to be nefarious people. You know what I mean? They're here just for the free ride, for free homes, for free welfare, for free everything. And you know, the attacks have to stop on our women and children. And it's up to us all around the country to come here and join us at the protest every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So if you can do that for us, please, kindly pass on the message to Jim O'Callaghan. We appreciate it. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks, lad. Thanks, folks.
No worries, pal. Love of Ireland, yeah, that's what they're doing. They deported 50 yesterday. They're bringing in a couple of hundred every day. So it's not making any difference. How are you, Sandra? Jeez, that's crazy, Sandra.
But yet in the fucking daytime he's trying to do me, get me from prison. So he's no problem taking money off Irish water. But then on the other hand, that like criticise them, say they're a fucking crime. It's the same situation again. Then he's saying like, there's too many people coming in. We sent back 50 people, which is no use. But then on the other hand, they're letting PUV airlines fly to Baldon. That's an actual airline. They're bringing Somalians in, and they're sitting there. Somalia has the highest amount of ISIS members in fucking the African continent. So these people are coming in from ISIS. They're gonna just, it's gonna be like what's happening in England. It's already happened here actually. There's 8 people stabbed on Conor Bridge. It's gonna be more of that shit happening in England. And it took the worst of this fucking world to stop it, you know what I mean? So he's gonna pass on the message, no matter saying that they're in. It's gonna be weekly protest, buddy. And if not weekly, we'll come back here daily, you know what I mean? So let's see what happens, you know.
Let's hang on, because I think
Jake,
he
is
might
it?
meet you.
Jake?
James.
Oh, James, sorry. Catch my Jake, sorry. How are you doing, alright? Those things, alright?
Yeah, just having a look.
No problem, mate. We're just we're basically against the unlimited immigration situation where these people are coming and attacking women and children. That's what's going on here today. To opt us out of migration pact because we can't house the whole world. Ireland's only a small country. That's why we're here, just so you know, James. Yeah?
You heard about the 10-year-old over in City West?
You heard about the 10-year-old thing, right? That's why we're here. Safety issue, you know what I mean? Just so you know. It's good that the youth need to know, you know what I mean? I think he's on the fence there in his head. What's
Didn't know what was going on, yeah.
So they're spoon-fed fucking, we're all being racist and
That's
fascist
it.
and all. They don't see beyond what the fucking government tell you, you know what I mean?
Diddly diddly potato. I love me potatoes. You think that offends me? Jesus. You call me Paddy the potato if you want, Beauty. A beauty, whatever your name is. Jonah, I'm not going to stay in this for long anyway. Keep losing grip on our own people. Yeah, how are you, Mark? Eating my sausage. Oh, a little bit of sausage and bacon. Bit of pudding. All coming from the pig.
Look at me hand.
What's that?
Not yet. I'll give it to you later in the car.
Ah, it's still out of action. Should be cutting you out the social welfare as well. Because in 2 years ran out, now the illness benefit ran out. So now I'm trying to apply for welfare, something, I don't know what it is. Supplementary something. Ah, it's a joke, yeah. And I rang them up there yesterday, so look at, she hadn't got a bean. So what am I supposed to do? And you were saying, you still have to get a letter off your job.
Yeah.
I know, you're alright. No, don't.
I thought you had your car back.
Says, I wish I had.
Catch your money.
Ah, stop. Ah. It's 420 still here, yeah. 420, cheers, bro. Nice one for that, yeah.
It'd be best staying on live now because the chances, if he comes out that door, you know what I mean? The optics are in the movement, if he comes out that door and we get a chance to speak to him, it'll be brilliant, you know what I mean? So
You say he will?
I'd say he might do, you know, if he can put it like this, if he's in there, he has to go home. If he has to go to the door to do some fucking work over the door with files in there, whatever, like, he's going to have to leave short.
Look to see him come out for his lunch. Well done, all it shows in the comments. You were all doing a great job to the point that lefties and Muslims are in the comments trying to share. Now. Tell Carl you want me power bank. Has he got your power bank, yeah? How are you, big base? Now Sandra, Ireland isn't Irish anymore. To be honest, it hasn't been Irish for years. Ah, Joshy, don't listen to him. Kids aren't probably even finished school yet. Not finished school till 2:30. Who's this new fella? There's a new fella here. Is he blocked? Yeah, Jonah. Hopefully the minister comes out now, but I doubt it. Low battery, missing cable, must go now. Take care of yourself, children. I don't see him coming out to us now, to tell you the truth. I don't see him coming out. It'd be nice to happen, but I doubt it. Heading the balls, that's right. Maybe lucky. Just dropping in quick to say what's the story on the job at the moment, so I can't keep up with it. Just outside the migrant centre at the back of Stephen's Green. Minister of Affairs and Migration. Oh, he's definitely hiding in his office. I'll be looking out the window now at us. Noise from CST. Sean, what's the plan? And we'll go back up to Sean's comment there. Ah, 100% Sean, invest in the good hockey or paintball mask.
Get these bastards out. You know what I mean? We have to push shit in a hold of the wall in our country and it's separated country. It's disgusting.
There you go. 120 refugees daily. And they sent home 50 yesterday or 55 yesterday. Corporation Road, how are you? How do you do, 420? Ask Collie how he keeps himself updated with relevant facts, figures. He's always on the ball. I'll say it to him here now in a second. It's just starting to think of there. different costumes yesterday's protest.
That's the problem. Nothing's fucking happening. Not today's protest. We're getting straight back and arrested. For what? For what? You don't come, you don't fucking land. You can't do that. It's strong. Well, how do you all travel? Travel by bus, don't we? Travel by fucking Lewis, don't we? You always seem to put on a main Lewis line, don't we?
Ask Collie how he keeps himself updated with the relevant facts, figures, and he's always on the ball.
Who's that? Thanks, thanks.
Dub 420.
Yeah, go for that.
Dub 420, he said thanks, bro. The borders are closed. There's no borders in Ireland. You can drive straight from the north down. Yeah, Mr. Lewis showed the area. I'm gonna have to jump off this now in a few minutes, folks. Anyway, but I want you to try support these people every Wednesday. They'll be here at the back of Stephen's Green. This Friday, I hope to be making it to Paul Nolan's court case on Friday. But yeah, I'm going to jump off. Just going to have a chat with Paul for a second, offline, and I'll be back on yet. Hopefully tomorrow now that 420 sent me a few quid. Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro. Celtic people. How are you, bro? Good to see you. Same as you, Dub. Dub 420. Take care of yourself. Same as yourself, Con. Oaks. Agba. Yeah, it's serious, alright. How are you, Daniel? Yeah, take care of yourselves, folks, right? I'll see you all later. You, Rick. Good to see you, bro. I'm just about to jump off, I was. What's a boy hour? Take care, Blondie, Mr. Blondie. That was a video I always missed the last night. Listen, bro. I should be back live days today. I might be in tomorrow, but Friday I hope to be making the Paul Nolan's court case. So I'll be live outside the CCJ. Yeah, for the love of Ireland, take care of yourself. I'll see you all later, folks, right? I'm going to jump off this, have a chat with Paul. Close the border, yeah. See you all later. Boyo. See you there, Paul. See you there, Lady Bear. And everybody else in the chat. Nice for coming in.